So what we're going to look at today is we're going to see one of the ways that we can model quantitative data. And quantitative data, unlike qualitative data, is data that represents some numerical count. So in this case, we have a set of numbers here that can represent any kind of numerical amount. And I'm going to show you how we can use the first kind of graph, which is known as a dot plot, to actually create this. So a dot plot is done by just simply making a number line. So we make a number line right here. And what we do is I'm going to go ahead and count these by some amount. And looking at these numbers, this is one of the trickier parts, and there's no real mathematical way of determining what we want to do here. It's just kind of eyeballing the set and kind of determining what's the best counting by. So all these numbers are pretty close. They're all somewhere between 0 and 10. So looking at this, I think it's fine to just count by 1, but you might want to increase that if you have a bigger spread between your numbers and things like that. So just counting by 1 here. So we're going to start at 0, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go ahead and extend this out a little bit. 13, and finally 14. Because 14 is the largest number in our data set, so we can go ahead and stop there. So when you're making a dot plot, what you do is you come along these number line in the bottom and you put a dot above the number that you see up here in the table, and you just go until you've used every single number. So it's a pretty easy process. So we just go straight across. So the first number is 1. We're going to put a dot right here above the 1. The next number is 3. We put a dot above the 3. And then next number is 1, so you put a dot on top of the dot that's already there. So as you get more 1s, this 1's position is going to be higher. So now that we've finished the dot plot, we can go ahead and see what this looks like. So as you can see, the one that had the largest amount of dots above the number that showed up the most frequently is the 4. And the numbers that showed up the least frequently were the 0, the 13, and the 14. Then we had some numbers in between. This is the first time we're going to be introduced to what's called a distribution. And we're going to get more into that in later lessons.